Okay, this is Frabjous. It's a shape that was created by George Hart. Bit different to solar flare, so it's going to be turned along the same lines but different as well. Yeah, so let me get on with it. Well, I've cut out in solar flare the German ring, if you remember, was bowl orientation like a platter, and that was because the pieces were wide. Now in this one, hold on, let me get a cut out of one of the pieces. Oh lord, there. The pieces are 76, well, the way I've scaled it, 76 millimeters wide. So I've turned a piece of wood, spindle orientation, it's about 90 millimeters in diameter. And I just choose that piece of wood. A bit wider would have been better, like an extra 20 millimeters. But it's what I had available handy. So that's the size of the wood. It's 90 diameter, 76 long, a bit longer there because I want a little bit of clearance on either side for the route of it to go in and out. And what I've done, I've took one of the shapes to stick it to a bit of blown plastic to create a template, and that's what I'm going to have to cut that profile till that lies flat into that, so it'll have a bead and a cove and a point, and that's it. Just the one, you only need to turn the one side because it's symmetrical. Turn the one side, and then what I'm going to do later when I've turned half of them, or 10, so I'm doing 10 at a time. If the wood was bigger I'd do 15 and do it in 2 goes, but 10's fine, 3 goes. When you flip the piece around, of course, you've got exactly the same thing, end to end. Flip it round end to end, you've got to cut exactly the same thing. So I'll cut one side and then I'll cut the other side. Now to make that flipping possible, because this middle bit's very thin, I'm going to cut this piece. That's got a piece of 3mm ply on it. Cut away the whole of the shape off this with the fret saw, and that can go right to the back of the slot, so that when we stick one of these in to the slot and we need to get it back out, it's all supported at the back. So when I get picks in from either end, that's going to pick out. And the other thing that I need, of course, is my what kind of marking out stick equivalent for the tool rest to get me the angles correct, and what they call story stick, a bit of a story stick that's stuck to my tool rest. So that's the other thing, and I'll stick that on there right now. Oh, if I can get this double-sided tape started off. Yep. The secret with that is to not pick right at the corner, it's to pick a couple of millimeters in, or 3mm in, or whatever. There, and there's my ends. Being a bit careful here. There you go. So that's my tool rest. So I'm going to now turn that profile in. I've got my angle guidance to guide me into... Oh, I created that, I should have said, by... When that was cut, I go back a bit, look at that when it got the piece stuck on there. I just put a ruler against those angles and track them in to the crossing point, just to give me that angle anyway. I didn't need to worry about the angles on this. I'm trusting George Hart's template. He's got a PDF with the shape on it, so I've just scaled that down to what size I needed. So that's ready to turn. After I've turned that shape in, before I cut the slots, I will paint this black. I painted it black by mistake already, so I've scraped it off a bit. before I cut the slots. So then as I'm cutting the pieces out of these bits of 3mm ply, once they're in the slots, as soon as you start seeing paint, you turn it right close to the curve. As soon as you start scraping paint, you know that you're there. So that's the idea behind painting it black, and it did work out useful on the one for solar flare. So I've got everything's ready now to start, and I think I'm going to leave it till tomorrow because someone's going live in a quarter of an hour. So I'll watch that, and I'm not going to do anything else tonight apart from relax. Alright, thanks for watching.